Good morning. Happy Sunday. Man, it's so gray here. I was hoping for some sunshine, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's good though that we're getting rain because like I've said 14 times, our grass was crunchy and now it looks like it's starting to green up. I look a little bit rough today. I ended up in the emergency room at 10:30 last night because I have a history of Sjogren's. If you don't know what that is, it is where your parotid glands don't want to work properly, and it's an autoimmune disease. And so I went to the emergency room because if you can see, I've got a very nice jawline here, but over here, it looks like I have the mumps. All of my Sjogren's markers, meaning all of my labs for that disease, has been normal for forever. And so I don't think this is Sjogren's coming back. What I think happened is I decided to eat strawberries the other day. Strawberries are very acidic. I don't eat them. I don't eat any type of berry because with a dry mouth and then acidic foods, your mouth, it feels like you've eaten toast all day. If you eat toast and it rips up your mouth, that's what it feels like. So I had a nice bowl of organic strawberries on Thursday. And as I was eating them, I thought, man, this is really ripping up my mouth, but I'm going to eat these because I need to be healthy. Friday, as I started eating more, as I was eating them, I felt this area and I thought, ooh, that's really tender. This hasn't happened for years. I'm talking 15 years. And I just kept eating those strawberries. And by yesterday, it was really sore. So all day I thought, man, this is just getting worse. And then I decided to eat pizza last night, which between you and me, it was terrible. It was the worst pizza I've had in a long time. I didn't even finish it. And there's tomato sauce that's acidic. And by the time I was finished eating, I could feel it was really swollen. And this sounds gross, but you can milk your parotid gland just by very gently kind of pushing on it, and then you can kind of get the saliva going. But it didn't really work. I tried warm compresses, I tried Tylenol, and by 10:30 I said, I'm done. I'm out. I went to the ER. The ER right up the road is so good, so clean. It was quick in and out. And what shocked, and this is like neither here nor there, but the doctor that I saw, either he was having an extremely bad night, he didn't want to be there, or he hates his profession. I've never met a doctor with such a bad bedside manner. It was kind of sad because the nurses were excellent. But when he walked in, he opened the door, and before he even shut the door, he said, "How can I help you?" So I'm like, "Oh, well, hello to you too." So, it was just basic stuff. I got a CT just to make sure everything was okay. My labs are fine. My white cell blood cells are a little bit elevated, but so they started me on an antibiotic. I got to go get it. They gave me a dose last night, and they gave me a dose of pain meds that I don't know if that was his consolation prize to me for him being Mr. Personality. But I said, it is so painful. It hurts when you're sitting here, it doesn't hurt. But if you're moving your jaw, if just to open your mouth to eat, it's very, very painful. It's just like having the mumps in a way. And I asked, he asked me, do you want some pain medicine right when he walked in the door? I said, no, I'm fine. Well, I stayed there. I was there for 4 hours. And before I left, I said, yeah, I'll take something because this is just unbearable. And they gave me the strongest pain med known to mankind. One thing I learned with all of this, since I've been dealing with this for 17 years, 18 years. When I went to an ENT a long time ago, they told me that your parotid glands can get scarred from episodes like this. If they get a lot of inflammation in it, they scar up. So when you're trying to excrete saliva, it creates the saliva, but there's nowhere to go because they're scarring. And the doctor then last night when he was discharging me, he said, well, go home and eat some sour candy. And I looked at him and I said, that's like a no. And I told him what I learned and he said, yeah, I think I need to do more research. So I'm hoping this antibiotic kicks it really quickly. It has been a rough day, a very, very rough day. This is just, I've never had an episode like this. This is terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a nice jawline right here. And then I have nothing, nothing but a big old lump. And that thing is probably this big. The pressure and the pain is no bueno, but life goes on. And now that I'm looking at it, it might even be red. I'm just going to monitor it and just watch. And like I said, I am in rough shape. My hair is gross and I don't care. I feel that bad that it just is what it is. I wanted to show you how pretty these cap lights are. Look at those. I love how they give off this light. I'll come back out when it's a little darker, but you can see all the shadows on the railing and then right there too. They are just so pretty. I also added 2 spotlights to that tree, and it just looks so pretty at night. It's just enough light to light that little tree up that's out in the darkness. I also got questions about these curtains, if I could show them up close and personal. These are extremely similar to the ones that we have in the living room. The only thing is this pattern is different. I think the colors are very similar, and it might be even the same brand, but I think this pattern is so pretty. This is either the taupe or the brown, I'm not sure. And I think it comes in 5 different colors. And I'm loving this little rechargeable light in this corner as well. I wanted to show you a couple things that I grabbed from Athleta. Some of their things are on sale, and some of these things are the wrong size, so keep in mind. I grabbed this t-shirt. It is super duper comfortable. I should have gotten a small. It's an extra small, but it is so stinking soft. There is some stretch to it, but who doesn't need a classic white t-shirt? I also grabbed these linen shorts. These are in a small, and I probably should go down to an extra small, but I think they are so stinking cute. They're the perfect length. They hit me mid-thigh. They have these zippered pockets, elastic waistband with a drawstring, and they're so comfortable. And just this little outfit with some tennis shoes is perfect. Also grabbed this super cute skirt. It is a linen blend, just like those shorts. It's, I think, what you call a midi skirt. It is so light and airy. It has the zippered pockets on the side, the wide elastic waistband with the drawstring, and it looks so cute with just a white t-shirt on. And I forgot about the little slit it has in the back. Before I went to bed, I wanted to show you what this looks like. Can you see a pattern here? The pattern up on the wall. There are different patterns on the stairway and here on the brick pad. It's all from these lights. I just think it's so pretty. Let me come up here because I think you can see it better. Give me a second here. So there you can see it in the bushes, on the wall, on the ground. These are just so pretty, and they do come in 2 different colors. I have the copper, and then they do come in black.